What's up, everybody? It's Josh again from JR's Diecast Customs. Today's video, we're going to be talking about a lot of Fast and Furious stuff with all this crazy Fast and Furious hype going on, considering they're not going to stop making this stuff anytime soon, it seems like. We stopped at a flea market. We came across a older Fast and Furious, relatively, I would say it's one of those premium basic premium lines. So it's like $1.27 or $2.14, sets, whatever they are, however much they cost. But we found some cool stuff like that. We found the rest of the Fast and Furious Rewind series, Fast Rewind, which is going to be sick to show you guys. And also, we found some stuff that I heard wasn't supposed to be out yet, but I found it and I bought one, and I think you can see one of them tucked right in the back right there. But we're going to hop right into this one here, guys. We're going to start off with one that I got in a trade. This is from Fast and Furious Fast 5, apparently. I'm not so caught up with the movies anymore. I stopped watching when they became too superhero-ish and not enough about the damn cars. So this one I thought was pretty slick though, and I got it in a trade. It's 11 Charger RT, really slick tampos. I like the flat black. I like the clean Tampa work on it. Nice looking casting. One that I don't have. Actually, I believe I might have the casting. I don't even know if I do or not. But if I don't, I do now, and I got a damn good looking one. So we got that one. And that was the one, that was just a random one. The rest of these are actually a complete set. They're going to be out of order here because I have them all stacked randomly, but we'll just start off with this one. We got the 70 Chevelle SS. I believe this was Dom's from Fast and Furious. Good looking casting. I actually did a custom on one of these for one of my first customs. I just threw some decals on it and stuff, made it look a little bit more hot rodish. Threw some fat tires in the back and some real skinnies in the front. But yeah, it turned out pretty good. Good looking casting. Next one. Sookie's S2000. That's a killer one. My girlfriend actually found me one of these when we were digging up in a bin somewhere in like Albany, New York or something like that one time, and I was pumped. A few hours away from home, and I was pumped to find this one. So this is a good casting too. I have one of these. I actually already wheel swapped one of these. I have all my Fast and Furious stuff loose. So there's one of them that I wheel swapped, not put back together or anything like that, but it's just, it sits pretty. I like those lace wheels on it there. It looks, a little bit more realistic in my opinion. But good looking casting. What we got next for you? We're going to go with a three-banger. Got some muscle here for you. Got some classic muscle. This one, everybody knows what that one is. It's a 70 Charger RT. That's Dom's Charger. You owe me a 10-second car, baby. That ain't it, but that's one of them. That is definitely a 10-second car. Next one up, 67 Ford Mustang. This one's from Fast and the Furious. I don't know. These movies get so damn confusing for me. There's so many cars. I couldn't tell you who drove this or what it's from. But it's a good looking casting. I like the green color on there. Very classy looking color. And this one, 69 Dodge Charger Daytona, is also a very good looking casting. I'm not a huge fan. I kind of wish how they would have kept it with the small wheels in the back too, like they used to in the back in the day. I have a almost like a bomber style one that I have around here somewhere that I did a wheel swap on, put some nice steelies on there and stuff. But yeah, it's a good looking casting for sure. For sure. It's a cool set. Definitely a cool set. Next up, we got the Ford GT40. I'm going to go one at a time for the second here. Ford GT40. This is a good cast, or a good colorway of this one. I really like this one. It's like a dark blue with the white stripes. It's very basic, but it's very clean. I really like the stuff that looks like that. I don't like the stuff that's real wild, but just a good looking casting. Probably definitely one of my favorites that I've seen of this actual, casting of the Hot Wheels GT40, because it's kind of goofy with the massive wheels in the back, but they did a nice job on this one, for sure. Another one that I'm not a huge fan of, but it's a good looking one. 08 Challenger SRT8. Kind of got like a snub nose on the front, in my opinion. But it looks good. Looks alright. Front wheel looks real tiny compared to that huge back wheel on this thing. But it does it. It does the job, I guess. This one, on the other hand, is a real looker. This is probably the banger of the set. This one and the Charger RT, in my opinion, because I didn't have either of these. I didn't have this one or Charger RT. This one is the 10-second car that Brian owed Dom from Fast and the Furious. You guys all know that one. Classic scene. They raced. They hit the truck. Jumped in front of the train, all that crazy stuff. But yeah, man, awesome casting. I don't have this one of Brian's actual Supra yet, but I am very thrilled to add this one to the collection. Another one that I'm looking forward to add is his white one from I think it's one of the last movies, like with the tribute one. But great looking casting. Love the Tampa on there. Classic, man. This stuff brings me back to when I was a kid, for sure. I dig it so much. But I'm going to keep this stuff hidden for just a moment here. I'm going to pop back into the Fast and the Furious for you guys for a second. Fast and Furious Fast Rewind. Sick. I love it. I thought this was such a cool idea for a car culture series. I thought this was an awesome idea. I have a couple of them open already because I found a few of them already. But here's one of them. That's the Skyline 2000 GTX, the Hakasuga. Everybody loves a good-looking Hako. I love it. I love it. I think it's really neat how they did this. You know, there's obviously what they were going after. There's the R34 and the Hakasuga with the same tempo, with the same colorways on it. I like how they have the same fade on the hood and the same fade on the sides. That's just real neat. I thought that was a really cool idea. When I saw that they were coming out with these, I was like, ooh, that's a must get. These are definitely going to be a must grab. So there's those two for you. Tuck those over the side there. Make sure they don't roll off on me here. Next up, we'll do the Skyline C210 because this is one of my favorite castings ever. This is just definitely one of my favorite, hands down, like that they've ever come out with. It's just perfect. Everybody's probably seen the Japan Historics 2 version of it. I actually got it sitting right here. Let me grab it for you guys. It is a freaking beaut. That is just a gorgeous, gorgeous casting. That one is in my top 5 favorite Hot Wheels in my collection. That Hot Wheels has made. I have some killer customs that are obviously in my top 5 that I got from some people and that I've made myself, but this is definitely in my top 5 that Hot Wheels has created themselves, because holy smokes, just look at that thing. That's a beaut. But back to this. The Skyline Siju was based after the R33 GTR. Same tempo work. Even has all the same stickers in the back. If you look close, you can see them all. They're real tiny on the back there, but they did a killer job detailing that base. I tell you what, I'm going to pick up a couple more of these for customs because that base is awesome. Gotta love a fully detailed base, right? Because that means you don't need to do the work yourself afterwards. Even though I love doing that stuff. Gotta dig it. Got to dig it. Next up, we'll go with this this Fairlady Z. I'm a big time collector of the Z's. I have like most of them that they've come out with, I think. You know what I mean? I'm missing a few of them, I'm sure. But this is a bad casting. I dig it. Not bad like bad, but bad like badass. I dig it. I love like the wide body kit on them all, and how they have like on the Fairlady Z and the Datsun, the 240, how they both have like the wide body kit. It's pretty killer. I dig it. This one's based after the 350Z. I don't know if it's based after this one. I would assume, you know, for what it's worth, for what I got, this is what it's based off. You know what I mean? That's also a pretty cool casting. I like how this was one of the $1.27 lines that the ones I was previously showing you from this year. Actually, I like the carbon fiber hood on that. It's neat. Wish they could have done the back end though. Man, that would have looked real nice with a detailed rear. Or well, it does have the front. It does have the front headlight tampos. But man, with the rear end on that tampoed up, that would have looked really good. But this one, on the other hand, whew, that's hot. I like all the tampo work. I'm looking forward to crack this baby open. I didn't do it before the video for some reason, but I'm definitely going to do it afterwards. Take some pictures on my Instagram. You guys can go check those out. But yeah, good looking casting of the Fairlady Z for sure. Then we got the RXIII. Tampoed out in Dom's tampo. Same tampo that he had, or the same decal scheme that he had on his RX-7 from the first or second movie. I think it's the first movie, if I remember correctly. But classic. Just a classic, timeless piece from like when I was a kid, man. Just growing up, seeing these cars, it was just part of my childhood. It really was just part of my childhood growing up, and it was so cool seeing these cars on the screen. Everybody says the movies were so corny and stuff like that, and though now that I'm older, I agree with you, and some of the stuff is so far-fetched, but I still love going back and watching them strictly for the cars and this nostalgia factor, guys. I don't know, it's just, it brings me back. Born in 92, you know what I mean? So that was right in my prime when I was in my, you know, adolescent loving cars years, man. You know, I still do, but like that was when it was starting to really, really grow on me, and those movies really did it for me. I love that. I just, like I said, when this set came out, and another thing I forgot to feature for you guys, my favorite part about this thing, one of my favorite parts about this set is the freaking card art. I love that. I love how it's got the RX-7 and the reflection on the ground. There's the reflection picture. And there's the car that's in the package. That is just so cool. Julian Coils, I believe, is the guy who does the work on this stuff like that. Or not Julian Coils. I can't think of it right now. But man, people who do the artwork for these things, it's just incredible. It is absolutely incredible. I think it might be Julian Coils. If I'm wrong, you guys correct me in the comments. Let me know. I need to be educated. Beautiful. I love it. I love it. Like I said, that one's got the 350Z on the bottom as well. If you guys take a peek at that. It's got the 240 up top. Or, sorry, the Fairlady up top and then the 350 down below. This one, new casting alert, Nissan Silvia CSP 311. This is a neat little car. New casting for the year. Sorry, let me get this. It's a little dusty. Dusty off the shelf. New casting for the year. Definitely a pretty sweet one. I don't know how I feel about the, wider axles in the front than in the rear, but it does it. You know what I mean? It's a cool casting. I can't wait to see it in Japan Historics 3. I can't wait to see what they do with it there. Because all the Japan Historic series are just bonkers beautiful. But I dig it. And this one's obviously based after the Silvia. The S15 Silvia. Which is another casting that they came out with, I think this year, maybe last year. But, wow. I was thrilled when they came out with that one, too, because that's an absolute beaut. All the Silvia castings that they're coming out with are just killer. We got this one, then we got the S13 coming out. Keep your eyes peeled waiting for that one, because that one's going to be killer, too. There's all of that for you guys. And then next up, we found some stuff that, like I said, I don't know if it's supposed to be out yet. I was told that it wasn't supposed to be out yet, but I found a bunch of them. And I bought the ones that I really thought were the best for me. So I ended up picking up a few of the 2000 GTXs and one of these Civic Type Rs from that new camo series. Check that out. These were hanging where the mainline cars were, tucked all the way in the back. I don't know if a employee found them out back and hoarded them and stashed them out front so he could get them first, but guess what? I found them, and I went back later in the day to see if they were still there just for shits and gigs, and they were all gone. But I got 3 of the Skylines because I'm a massive JDM guy. Look at that thing. Let me set these down for you guys. I cracked one open because the card was really butchered on this one, but man, the paintwork on this is really, really good. I love anything JDM, anything Skyline, and especially a Hakusuka, whatever you guys want to say. Gotta love a fresh looking Hako though. That is for sure. And I'm normally not, like I said, I'm not a big fan of like busy tampos and stuff like that, but that looks really sharp on there. And I cracked this one and it's gonna get wheel swapped. You better believe it. You better believe it. Beautiful looking car. But you know what? I've been telling you guys I'm going to show you guys some customs. So guess what? It is custom showcase time. I'm going to show you guys a few things. One my dad actually started up for me, and I'm going to keep it up with the JDM things because that's really what I'm into. This one, another Fairlady Z casting, but this is one that my dad shaved the fenders off of. It had the real wide body fenders on it. So what I did is I narrowed out the base after he got done so I could fit the, same size wheels in the back instead of doing that real wide axle. So he narrowed it nice and down for me. It needs a little bit of work to be smoothed out and still and stuff. But man, it's going to be a cool looking ride. I'm not sure this is just a mock-up wheel choice. This is not what it's going with. I'm going to paint the base obviously as well. But Dad, killer, man. I love it. I saw one that he did and I fell in love with it. And then I showed up to his house one day and he surprised me with this. And I was so excited. I was thrilled. I got home and I was playing with it all night, doing different wheel swaps. I put a couple wheels on it with camber and stuff like that. So I got some ideas for it, for sure. But I dig it. Thanks, Pops. Appreciate you, man. Now, here, I'll just show you guys a basic wheel swap that I got sitting here. Basic swap. Swapping lower. Doesn't look too low, but it's about as low as it can go without doing some camber and stuff like that. I think I have a thing that I could show you guys it rolling on here. She sits nice and low. I like to lower a lot of my cars because, especially these R34s, I feel like they sit really high for some reason, and I don't know why. But I like to lower them down a tad because that looks really nice. This one was the first car that I ever really did a lot of camber on. This is the first car that I really did some camber on. And I think it turned out killer. Like I said, Hakuskas, Hakos, You gotta love a fresh, clean one. You gotta love a fresh, clean, low one. And you gotta love one with those GT wheels by Hot Wheels. Oh my goodness. That's about as low as you can go. That thing's about scraping on the ground. And yes, it rolls. And believe it or not, it actually rolls straight too. If I had a spot clear here for you, I'd show you guys. But it rolls pretty damn straight for what it was. It was my first cambered car, so I was really happy with it. This one is the last one I'm going to show to you guys, and this is one of my favorite ones in my collection that I've done. This was a commission piece that I actually did for somebody, and they unfortunately backed out at the last moment, but I was actually alright with it because I fell in love with it. It had black wheels on it for him when I did it, but I ended up taking the black wheels off and putting on these big lace wheels with a little bit of camber and stance on there, because that's just how what I'm into these days. But man, it turned out right, in my opinion. All hand-painted details, obviously. Come on, why aren't you focusing for me? All hand-painted details. And this was this one was the green one. This was actually this one when it started. Stripped the paint all the way down to bare metal, and then we went with a primer and then a super metallic silver. You can still see some of the flakes in there if you catch it at the right light. Yeah, we went with the super metallic silver base coat, and then we sprayed it with Tesser's Purplicious Purple over the top. And I think it turned out bonkers. I'm a big fan of this one. Big fan of this one. You know, like I said, it was a commission piece, so I was kind of it was unfortunate that he backed out, but at the same token, you know, I was all right with keeping this one in my collection because it was just, it turned out too good. Turned out too good. But let me know what you guys think. Sorry for this extremely long video, but I just wanted to show you guys some cool stuff that I found this week. Stay tuned. Room tour is coming up. I'm sure you guys see a little bit of what's going on over here. I have a little die-cast diorama garage that I made. It's pretty neat. Have some other things sitting around, some wheel swaps, and I got the Hot Wheels case right up there and stuff like that. But like I said, stay tuned. We're going to have some more videos. I got a nice little spot set up inside now so I can do this kind of stuff. But as always, thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned for more awesome content like this, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.